please settle down, students, faculties, just sit down. So very good morning to each and every one of you, Honorable Founder President, and our distinguished guests, Ms. Eugene Marigold, Director, Asia Pacific Sales, Mr. Pushpak Singh, the Key Account Manager, India, Middle East, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh region, Mr. Ankush Gupta, Marketing Manager, who will be joining, and they are just very close to the campus, and they will be reaching in a few minutes. So this function is very important, and Founder President himself has taken interest to see that our brilliant students, faculties will be immensely benefited by this Questel IP portfolio supporter, and who would be giving guidance, support. So with this, I welcome each and every one of you. Now I would request Honorable Founder President to say a few words and start the program.
So let the guests come, then I'll speak. Let the guests be on the dais.
Right. So we have Ms. Eugene, and yesterday we had the Questel IP Award ceremony, in which we found the great services which they are rendering through their portfolios, which includes the software which they have developed for intellectual property rights in the form of patents, novelty search, and others. So this is going to be a very, very important the deliberation. You will learn a lot. And we have also invited particularly Dr. Smita Sahu, who is the chief of our IP portfolio in Amity. Let's give a big clap to Smita Sahu. And she is the director of our IPR cell. And if Amity has reached 1,810 patents today, the credit goes to her as a leader and her team with the motivation, inspiration from Founder President. We are also joined by Professor Gurinder Singh, the Group Vice Chancellor, and who looks after internationalization, globalization. Let's welcome Professor Gurinder Singh. And also Dr. Sodhi, J.S. Sodhi, our IT chief, who gives cover to all this, and also softwares, publications, everything, that portfolio he looks after, and he knows also about these softwares, so we have invited. And so you are going to have an intellectually enriching experience. Without taking much ado, then I would request to have the blessings of Founder President first, and then we'll start the program.
My dear students, when I see with which last minute request you all came here, that gives me immense pleasure. I have always believed that my students, my researchers, my faculty members are unparalleled in the world. You bring any other organization to me where on this such war-footing basis you all assembled, when I let you know that this session for your research, for your innovation, for your trademark, for your patent, for your publication is so immensely important. You know, I don't bother if some billionaire comes, but I bother for the persons, those who show me the path, how my students can excel in the whole world. I must tell you, yesterday, the Questel organization, which is in the 30 countries and one of the most famous organizations for giving help to researchers in manifold way. You will hear today from Smita Sahu and Sodhi how they can offer you, because I want, my dear student, that you excel. You will be knowing that we are getting prize after prize. In 2020, we got the prize for All India IT IPR prize. From the 1100 universities, they welcomed us with the prize of IPR, and Smita Sahu was working relentlessly. Recently, we got some CIE prize. Yesterday, we got Questel prize. Why we are getting this prize? Because everybody knows that Amity will be #1 in the whole country in the research, innovation, and publication, and patents and commercialization. So that is why I very much welcome our Ms. Eugen. They were very busy. They had no time to come, but seeing the importance of Amity and seeing the charm of you people. Ms. Eugen has very kindly agreed to come hurriedly, changing their own program. Pushpak Singh has come, who is also very busy there, and this Ankush Gupta has come. So welcome to my worthy guest. You are facing the persons, Ms. Eugen, in front of you, those who will change the world through their brilliant ideas, and I am with them, I am behind them, and I will see that brain of everybody. When I come, my dear student, next time I'll bring 21 new innovative ideas, which I am assembling, and I will tell to my brilliant scientists, Ms. Eugen, Ankush, and Pushpak, please we'll take your help and guidance. But you see that these students are all very, very eager to listen you what you can offer. Thank you, everybody. And now later on we will listen what they have to offer, and we'll try to see what best we can utilize. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Founder President. Now, I would request Professor Gurinder Singh to make a brief remark, and then we'll start with the presentation.
Our very respected Founder President, you heard him, Ms. Merigue, Dr. Silvamurthy, Dr. Sodhi, Dr. Smita Sahu, who has brought a lot of changes in the system and is helping us to file a number of patents. We are so proud that we are welcoming such a distinguished delegation today. Yesterday, with the blessings of our founder, we got award, which was Questel IP Excellence Award 2022, which is very prestigious award, not only in India, but internationally. It is given to the universities who have done exceptional work in the area of research, who have done exceptional work while filing various patents. So I think that this credit goes to our all scientists. Give a huge applause to our all scientists who are present here. Ms. Merigue, Amity is today because of the dream of our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who spoke to you just now. After spending more than 3 decades in Europe, his passion was very clear that he has to create a university, he has to create an education group whose focus needs to be on research. So whatever we do in our universities, it is based on a very, very strong research and innovation culture, which he has been able to bring not only in this university, but wherever Amity has gone. Amity is the only education group of India and perhaps of Asia, which has got 11 universities in India, and the only group from Asia which has got 17 foreign campuses, and under the leadership of our respected founder and honorable chancellors, both of whom are one of the youngest chancellors of the world. The chancellor of this university, Dr. Atul Chauhan, is a product of London School of Economics and University College London. And Chancellor Asim Chauhan is a product of Wharton Business School. And both of them, they are leading various universities of Amity under the visionary guidance of Dr. Ashok Chauhan. Yesterday, you gave an award, which was one of the prestigious awards which we have got. But in the last 2 years, there are a number of awards which this university has got, which includes that we are amongst the top 3% universities as per the QS ranking. We are amongst the top 3% universities as per the Times Higher ranking. We are amongst the top 1% universities of the world which have been able to produce most employable graduates. And from France alone, last month, we received a very prestigious award from Edu Universal, which has categorized our business school, which is concentrating on artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning. And we are the first institution, first university, which actually launched artificial intelligence along with the management programs. We look forward to listening from you, but each of the scientists who has assembled just on 15 minutes call, you can see large number of our PhD scholars, large number of our students, all of them brilliant students, brilliant scientists who work day and night with one passion that they need to bring a difference in the world by their research. But we are so eager to listen from you that how we can work together and how we can make a difference in the world by our research. By the way, we have filed more than 1,800 patents and have filed not only patents but received last year award, which was that we have been able to commercialize the maximum number of patents. So no university in India have been able to do that kind of research and commercialize the research, which under the leadership of our respected founder, we have been able to do that. But thank you so very much for honoring us and coming to the campus. I can see Dr. Shukla also joining us, who is very ably leading this university as a vice chancellor, and various deans, various scientists, various senior people. On behalf of everyone, on behalf of our 11 vice chancellors, 17 director generals across the world, and 200,000 family members, we once again welcome each one of you. Thank you so very much. Ms. Mary, I will be going for a while to bring the Vice Chancellor of University of Birmingham. Again, with the University of Birmingham, we are doing a lot of work in the area of artificial intelligence and in the data science and in the area of business intelligence. They are coming on a special request. So there's a delegation. We will have some deliberations there and then we will be joining you shortly. Thank you so very much. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Smita Sahu, Dr. Smita Sahu should brief and then Dr. Sodi.
Dr. Smita, can you, no, you first brief.
Very good morning to Honorable Founder President Sir, respected delegates, and all the participants here. So it's our privilege that we are welcoming Questel, basically a software developer and a IP services provider in our university. So the main mandate of the Questel, which comes up with a unified online solution that we need as exactly is the intellectual property orbit intelligence, which offers a powerful patent search and analysis engine. And at the same time, they have the orbit innovation system, which is a dashboard which helps the innovators. And also for the easy search, collaboration, or the analyzing the scientific resources available, could be the patent literature and the non-patent literature. Recently, the WIPO has come up with the directions of innovation, which talks about a particular area like the clean technology, wherein after 2012, we are not having substantial innovation in the field. So likewise, the orbit systems actually guides the innovator to look into the technology landscape study to identify the white spaces or the gray spaces where still the technology is to be evolved. So we can catch that, we can target that so that we can stop the reinventing the same wheel, rather targeting the specified market oriented or the desired one where we can have the better market absorbance of our technologies. So it basically offers an extensive, comprehensive assessment. Apart from that, they also have a TTO support wherein we can just come up with the desired collaborative, like a create, connect, and collaborate opportunities with the fellow researchers across the worldwide. And they have the trademark search and the build exports. And also they have this orbit idea collaborative invention to filing and build the reports. So, and also apart from that, they have an extensive support for the entire office response to the IPO timelines, which basically necessitates for us to get the expedited grant at the same time. And also this will address our desired need to address the all desired SDG goals so that we can have a progressive IP landscape in our university. Thank you.
Dr. Smita, please tell a little about Ritika Bhan, who was your student, Ritika Bhan.
Yes. I'm so glad to say that yesterday in the Questel, one of our alumni, Ritika Bhan, she was our alumni, like she passed MTech in 2014, and I supervised her IPR thesis, and we come up with a number of good leads from there. And she was a proud alumni, and she's there to take it further. Thank you.
Thank you.
The students, you can also become an alumnus, distinguished alumnus, reaching out to such companies like Questel, like Kritika. Thank you. Now, may I now request Jay Sodhi to make a just brief remarks, and then we will request you, Jay.
Good morning, Founder Sir. Good morning, everyone here present in the campus. And most welcome to our guest. Amity is a research-focused university, and we always believe that to write a good paper, one should read good papers. We have already taken many e-subscriptions and given access to our research scholars, and we are very keen to know the database of Questel to understand it in complete manner. Thank you so much.
So with this brief remark, may I now request Ms. Eugene Marigold, the Director, Asia Pacific, the sales section, to address and also give what all we can partner with you and learn more about your product. Can we also add value being an R&D partner in your organization? So all this, you can throw some light on this. Thank you so much. Let's give a big clap to Marigold.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm really glad to be here today. And maybe before I start the presentation about, so it's mainly a presentation about Questel for you to know a little bit more about our company. Maybe I'm going to just introduce myself a little bit. And I'm particularly happy to be here today because in my past I've been working for a subsidiary of the CNRS in France, which is one of the main research centers in France. And I was working for the Technology Transfer Office. So based on my experience, I'm always very happy to talk in universities or in research centers, and especially to talk about IP and making sure that every researcher, student, scientists are well aware how important IP is, especially in their research activities. And later on, I was hired by Questel. I become an expert in the products, helping my colleagues to sell them, explaining, training the clients on the use of these products. And today I'm really glad to be here as a sales director for Questel because recently I moved from my expert role to a manager role for the sales team in Asia Pacific for Questel. So thank you for asking me to have this talk today. So maybe a little bit of history about Questel. So Questel is a French company. Initially, we were part of France Telecom, which was the government-owned telecommunication company, and then we were spun off in 2001. At the beginning of the story of Questel, we were only the focus of the company was only a patent search tool. Maybe you have already heard of that tool. It's called Orbit Intelligence. It's the flagship product that is used globally by many corporates, law firms, but also many universities. So in Europe, we have a lot of collaborations with universities where they provide some access to all their students to make sure that when they arrive in the industry, they already know how to search for patents. I have also in mind in Russia, we also had very wide collaboration with some universities where all the universities, they were applying to the Ministry of Research in order to have access, to be able to provide access to their students to the our solutions. So, yeah, I can tell you that we already have some collaboration with universities, and we would be happy, very happy to collaborate with Amity University to have the same type of program. So, as you may know, intellectual property is not only searching for patents, and the needs for corporate and law firms in that area are really wider than just searching for patents. So that's the reason why Questel company has been in the past few years acquiring a lot of new companies in order to have a better complementarity between the different products and to cover all the innovation life cycle with the different products. So being able to search for patents, being able also to search for trademark, having some innovation suite that could help, for example, universities to find some partner, to find some company that could be interested to acquire their patents. And on top of that, we have also acquired many companies that can also support you in terms of services. So helping the company, the university to file for patents, to help them in the prosecution process of their patents. So we have been, so with this goal of becoming to become the one-stop shop for IP, we have done 16 acquisition in the past 5 years. So I can tell you that it's kind of changing a lot a company when you acquire 16 company in 5 years, because we moved from a size of 150 people maybe 8 years ago, and today we have 1,500 employees at the company. So it's still small compared to we were talking about the number of students that are studying at Amity University, but I can tell you for a company coming from 150 to 1,500, it's kind of a big change and kind of a revolution for us. Very important is that all the employees at Questel are more than 300 employees are also shareholders of the company. So when I'm talking here, I'm the sales manager of Questel, but I'm also kind of one of the owner of Questel, and I'm always very proud of my company and of the product that we sell. Very important, and particularly with universities. So we had a lot of clients requiring some security standards, and we have been working very hard in the past few years to get certified, and especially with the ISO 27001, because this one is particularly important in terms of security of data for our clients. And I know that for university it can be very important topic. So as I said, so the company has grown a lot in the past few years. So now we are serving like more than 20,000 clients, and we are based in more than 30 countries. So you can imagine, so we have 1,500 employees, but we are based everywhere in the world. So especially we have big office in the US. We have an office, lots of office in Europe, because it's where we were based initially. But we have also quite a big presence in Asia. So we have a big office in Shanghai, an office in Tokyo where I'm based, and a very big location in Asia, because we have a sales team, but we also have a big prior art sales team that is based in Noida. So I think 15 minutes from here. So the way our company is organized and the way we serve our clients is that we are now divided in 3 business units. So in order to, because you know, in companies, sometimes and I don't know if it's the same for you. I heard that you are in charge of the patents, but in some companies, so you have a department that is in charge of the patents, another department that is in charge of trademark, and sometimes innovation that is separated. It can happen that it's in the same department, but most of the time it's different departments, and then it's different contacts that you have to talk to. So, and in order to better serve every type of department, so we decided to divide our catalog in these 3 business units. And today I'm going to enter a little bit into the detail of what we can do in these 3 business units. So first I'm going to, so as it has been mentioned, so the DNA of my company initially, we are a software company. So, and we developed this, particularly this patent software catalog. And our flagship product, the one that we started to work with, is the one called Orbit Intelligence. So you can see it here. This tool is really helping you if you need to do a prior art. So let's say you are doing some research in a specific topic and you think that you have really something new that you are going to start working on, very nice idea and very inventive thing. Maybe before starting the project, before asking for some budget for this project, it's always good to do a small prior art search, because sometimes you can have a very good idea almost at the same time as some other universities. That's something that we have seen a lot. And you could conduct some research on something that has been already protected and already maybe disclosed by some other research team somewhere else in the planet. So that's very important to be, and I guess you are receiving some teaching on that it's always very good before starting and investing on a project to make some quick searches to make sure, okay, are we going in a wide space, or are we going somewhere where it's full of patents and everybody has already published a lot? So that's very important. And here we have this suite of I would say, one software plus some add-ons that can be very interesting. And especially we have the Orbit Intelligence product that would be more for IP specialists. So maybe it would be your IP department that would perform some in-depth research. But we also have the Express tool that could be, for example, deployed for every student. And there are some possibility of collaboration between Orbit Intelligence and Orbit Express, where, for example, you find some patents that you could find maybe interesting. You push these patents to your patent department, and then they will interact with you directly in the platform, saying, okay, this one is relevant, this one is not, so you can continue. So there are many ways of collaborating with the platform by using the different tools. We also have some other add-ons. So IntelliXear is a tool that is very convenient when you want to do in-depth analysis of many type of sources. So in that tool, you can gather data from patent databases, but also from scientific article that you could collect, let's say from PubMed or from some other sources. You can collect them and you can gather all this data in this tool. It's very flexible. We have some clients that really like it a lot, because it's they can use any type of sources to mix and analyze them together. And it's even not close to, you know, I don't know if you are really familiar with the different patent databases. So there's Orbit Intelligence, but there are also some other competitive tools, competitor tools. Even in Intellixia, we can put the data from the competitor tools. So it's quite open platform that, that can be used. And we also developed some very specific tool for industry where there are some specific needs. I was talking to one of your directors for the stem cell research. So I guess this type of module could be very interesting. So we have the biosequence option, a module that can help to screen and search the DNA sequences and also proteins. We have the chemistry search tool that is very interesting. So I don't know if you are familiar with the chemical industry, but the problem with searching patents in the chemical industry is that if you type one name of the molecule in the patents that have been protected, it could have been named with like hundreds of other names. And the purpose of this search tool is that it's not a dictionary, it's a system that is able kind of read the molecules and to know how they could be, all the type of names that they could have. And it means that it's helping to have better and more exhaustive search in this area. So this one is what we call the business intelligence. So searching and analyzing to find some information. And it's also, so for example, I know that universities and TTO, technology transfer offices, they would also use Orbit Intelligence in order to identify who could be some partners, some company that would be interested to license your patents. Because I guess Amity University, when you apply for some patents, your objective might be to find some industrial partner in order to license your patents and get a return of investment on the research that you have done. And I know that Orbit Intelligence can be is really used by this TTO technology transfer office in order to find who could be the right partner. I have an example in mind. So the use case can be that you have a patent that has been published. You can run a similarity search in our system. So you don't even have to be a very big specialist. The system is going to extract the concepts that are in your patents. So the English keywords that are the most, so we are using some semantic analysis on the patents, extraction of the most relevant concepts. The system is able to run a search based on this, based on also the citation that the patent has been receiving. You know, when a patent is having the examination, there will be a list of patents in the search reports that are considered as relevant. In the patent industry, we call this the citations. And it can be interesting to use this when you run a similarity search on the patents, because apart from the keywords, you can also find some other patents that has been found very similar to your patents, even if it was not containing the same type of keywords. And based on that, you can analyze all these similar patents. And with the analytics side of the tool, you can identify who are the corporates that are applying some patents in a similar industry. So it's a use case on the how to find some potential company to collaborate with, and that's the way Orbit Intelligence can be used. When universities they are applying for patents, or corporate they are applying for patents, quite quickly there's a need that comes. So when a company is having, let's say 50 patents, they will handle it in Excel file most of the time. And then you start having more patents, extending them, it means that you are going to have a lot of procedure to follow with your patents. I think you know what I'm talking about. And in that case, it can be very interesting at one point to switch from an Excel, a very manual way to manage your portfolio, to some what we call IP portfolio management software. And this is the type of product that we have developed and that you can see on the right side. The invention part is also very interesting for potentially for universities. This one is a workflow process where most of the time when a corporate or university is deploying this type of tool, you will have all the potential researcher having an access to this invention platform, and when where they can record any invention that they think should be patentable and should be interesting. And with this type of platform, you have the possibility to set some decision process in interaction between the researcher who has find a potential invention to patents with the IP department, but also with the top management of the university to check if it's like, let's say, a business priority to protect in that area or not in that area, because I guess you are defining some priority in the university. And this can be very interesting to, especially when you have a lot of potential invention to screen. It can be very important to have a well-defined process in a platform where you can take the decision. So it's really a workflow style decision process. And then when you decide to patent something, you can push you can use a tool like the Orbita Set One, and this one will be gathering all the information about your patents and will help the IP departments to follow the procedures. So any questions so far? Any comments? So I talked briefly about Orbita Set. Maybe I'm not going to spend more time on this one. So we also have a lot of patent services, and here again, it's something that can be very helpful for the corporate and for universities to follow their procedure. So we can also help with some prior art searches. We can help with filing, translation, and streamline the process when you have a lot of patents to handle. We can also help with the renewals. But I really think that in terms of collaboration with Amity University, it's more on the software solution that we can have some interesting partnership. I'm going to skip this services information. So we also have some search tool for trademark design that can be very interesting. I don't know if the university is really used to do any trademark filing, but that's also very interesting to do such type of search. And we recently acquired a software called Markify. And this software is particularly interesting for the Indian markets because it's very flexible. It can be pay as you go. So it means that just if at one point you need to check and maybe apply for trademark, then you can just use it on a just one-shot search. Yeah. Yes. So I think I covered the different products, and I'm going to give the floor to Pushpak. He's going to explain maybe more detail on orbit intelligence. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Eugene. Let's give a big clap to Ms. Eugene for giving the corporate profile of Questel, and also now Dr. Pushpak Singh, who is a very important position, the key account manager, India, Middle East, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, all this region he covers. And he is going to tell us more about the scope of the softwares which they have developed, the services, the solutions they provide for innovation, right from mind to market, lab to land. Dr. Pushpak Singh, let us welcome Dr. Pushpak Singh with a big applause.
Yeah, please go ahead with the question. It's not an open access, we can say. It's a paid one, but the patent data is definitely open domains. You can use all the tech which is available. But more or less, you are using this interface to save time. When you are doing a patent search, usually every country has its own databases. So if you want to do for US, you have to go to US. If you want to do for Korea, you have to know Korean and then do searches. So the aggregator, software aggregator like us, we give all publications available to you. You can get it openly as well, but those are curated and translated for you. The data which is coming from patent, it is not an open access. It has some restrictions. These are negative rights. Patents are always negative rights. Means someone has government has given a protection to them, and after 20 years you can use them. So practically data is open to you, but legally you cannot use it as an open access. Thanks for your question. So, namaskar everyone. मेरा नाम पुष्पक है और I would like to introduce Questel in a brief for a university domain. That how can a university benefit from our solutions, and how can you get maximum out of your IP knowledge? I'm pretty much sure most of you might have heard Google patent. How many of you have heard? Can you raise a hand that how many of you have used Google patent to do any searches, or Google doing any idea, whatever you have? Can you raise a hand, please? How many of you? Okay, quite a few, you know. And practically speaking, if you have read their terms and condition, you should not use it. If you are disclosing your ideas to Google patent, or you are putting your keywords in there, they can use it to develop their product. And if you have something in high-tech domain, or if you have some ideas which are might be quite new because you are researching over it, they can learn from those keywords, develop a new product, and actually sell it to you. So actually, practically, you are just giving a free knowledge to them to develop something for their products only. That's where we come into picture, which is a security measures, wherein all of the searches which you do or all of the content you disclose to us, those are protected and your ideas are secured per se. My objective is to today tell you the vision about Questel. Questel is a registered company in India, and we have been prominently present in education sector as well, and we support innovation. We do it with CSIR, we do it with a maximum number of IITs. We also do collaboration with Anna universities, Vishwesvaraya Institute of Technologies, and other universities. There are multiple challenges which are there in universities which need to be catered. IP is a strategic decision always, and those decisions need to be taken as a holistic picture itself. I'll just quickly introduce to my team. You know Eugene Meriju, she is our APAC manager, she sits in Tokyo. My colleague Kavita is there, she is IP director in Questel India. I'm there, your main point of contact And I do have other team member. Ankush is present. He is also my team member for marketing initiative itself. We are mainly located in India, and we interact with most of the Indian, Middle East, and neighboring countries' customer to serve their needs. If I give you an holistic picture and coming directly to what my topic is, we do have seen there are various challenges for a university and how you can capitalize them and how you can avoid such pitfall with our solution itself. One of the biggest challenge is as a IP head or as a IP cell or department, and I don't know how many ideas are there in my organization or university. Every student potentially can have a new idea which is worth protecting. And to consider everything, to challenge everything, I need to communicate. Though we create seminar to communicate that, okay, this kind of a solution is there, and I want to propose that solve a 3G problem. So with seminar, people do it. But you need a digitized solution wherein you can propose as a vision that in this quarter, we want to propose for this smart appliances, can a student give an idea? Those ideas are curated. These are workflow system-based situations wherein every student can send their idea. And there can be a situation, and in our event, someone was talking about, Dr. Dilip was talking about that I have a ventilator system design patent. Can I collaborate with my biotech team on that particular idea? So the invention portals which are there wherein a particular challenge is floated, and that challenge, if you can solve by design, if you can solve by biotech industry or some implementation, all of the people can submit the idea. It's not a single patent. With one challenge, you can have multiple IPs. It can be a design, it can be a trademark, it can be a multiple patents per se as well. So these platforms help you to gather with all of the students. So this is a digital platform which you can store on your server, wherein a visionary of your organization can put up a challenge like smart appliances, and every student have their login as a library and they put up their ideas there. And if IP team has a question, they can ask them that, okay, what do you mean by this? And they can do it. Sometimes also there are students who are very brilliant and they don't know what is really going on. They have a little bit idea what I want to do with my research knowledge itself, but sometimes they don't know where to look for. And people go for Google patent, people go for some news or research articles, everything. We do have Orbit Express domain wherein they can research what is going on in technology. What is IIT Delhi is doing? What is IIT Madras is doing in that particular domain? So newest patent, which is weekly published worldwide, can be gathered and it can be easily given to every student potentially who is interested to log in and see that. It's the most updated content. IP is all about recentness. How early you file, that is giving you a priority, means you are novel. And when you are novel, then you get a patent out of it. There are other criteria as well, like inventive step and industrial applications, but those are complementary in nature. There is also a situation for IP department that every idea cannot file a patent because it is a revenue investment which a university has to make. You can file multiple patents, but how many of them can get a grant? This is novelty-based searches, and IP department can do searches on orbit intelligence, which is another solution which you can do. And lastly, there is a solution which is called a tech transfer, means I have a portfolio of 1,800 and I want to monetize it. Which startup I can partner with? Which industry I can partner with? For an example, I know I have a headlight related patent, and by the way, Orbit Intelligence is, I summarize it as a patentability one, but it does gives you patent portfolio value. So in your portfolio, if you feel out of 1,800 plus patent, which is very nice volume by Amity University, which is the most valuable patent, I can quickly find that. In your portfolio, with the algorithmic value, we utilize various AI method to give you value of your patent, and that value you can pitch it with confidence to your industry partner, potential industry partner, and tell them that, okay, it's not biased. I'm not giving the value. Database is giving me value, and it is based on citation, it is based on countries, and it is based on where it is pending, where it is granted, and it helps you do that. So the technology transfer in Osabi Insight helps you to find what other universities are partnering with, what companies or university they are partnering with, new partnership happening by a specific big MNC. For an example, Microsoft recently did a partnership with another university. Why they did it? What are they looking for? If they are, Amazon is investing in certain universities or certain startup, means they have some business strategic decision to be made there. Can I float a challenge? So this is coming round back to this number one topic, which is technology transfer guy knows that IIT Madras partnered with Microsoft. This was related to headlight of an, let's say, IoT based, some devices were made and they were partnering on that. Based on that, in my university, I float a challenge and every student in my university knows about that challenge, and you gather information based on industry need. It's called problem solution approach. Inventor or a student can invent by its own, but that is, मैंने तीर मारा और लग गया, बिल्ली के भाग से छीका फूट गया, वो नहीं चाहिए. We want directed approach. What industry needs, and I'm inventing that only. So the technology transfer, TTO cell or orbit intelligence based IP cell can float a challenge, or visionary of your organization can float a challenge and gather it in orbit invention, and that guided challenge gives you an good ideas which can be monetized in future. Yes, numbers are there. Those numbers you can monetize it based on their present value, but there are also situations and things in place which can help you to gather IP which is worth millions and capture the IP market. As I said, IP is a strategic business. More early you are in a particular domain, more chances are that you will be able to get a larger pie of that particular game. So this set of solution can help you further to get everything. To support all of these things, it's not software. We do give dedicated workshop. We do give dedicated training, how to use that specific system because it's going to be new. There is a learning curve, and we do arrange workshops, and those workshop helps every IP team or TTO team to monetize it well or use it well for your IP success. We do have online short dedicated IP bite-sized videos which you can circulate. So when a student comes first time to your organization, your university, he might not be aware about IP. And every year you have a learning curve. First 6 months, I will make him aware what is patent, how you to do it, what are the best practice, what is not. And as an IP head or as a department head, I don't have that much time bandwidth. We have dedicated program which you can communicate in an electronic manner that, okay, just like Instagram, TikTok, 5 minutes video, you watch it, you know what is patent. It is curated by lawyers, and this helps everyone to know in a short span of time with Questel Academy that what is patentability, what is patent, what should you do, what should you not do, why you should not do a research article first, why you should file patent first, and whatever the IP things are there and how universities process are there. Those can be communicated effectively with every student in a quick go. This is a digitized method which can help them all together. This is a workflow process which I wanted to give you a present situation and a new way with Questel which you can achieve. Initially, everyone has an idea, emails to an IP department, you find something that, okay, it's path-breaking, and sometimes you think in your head, put it in your journal, and it never comes to an IP person. As I say, one day delay can potentially steal your idea. Someone else can know about it and they can file it. If you put it in Google, they know about it, they file it first, they will get patent first, you will not get it. Old way is that people do communicate, do print out. I'll give a thesis to them. My researcher head, they will evaluate it when the time is available, and then patent is filed. So it's a lengthy process. But we do have a process which is for software-based process, wherein every student is know what is there, which is Orbit Express. He knows what is going on in industry. He files in an Orbit invention. In a same day, in a same hour, it is communicated to IP department that this new invention has come up for this particular challenge. They can rank it. They can collaborate together. They can file 2 patents together. You can ask question from inventor directly, and notification comes to them that your invention has been taken care. It is also gamification is there. Means the inventor who is very popular is on the top. And recognition is there that you are a good inventor, and file multiple IPs there. It's just like Facebook kind of thing. Now later on, IP department can take a decision that, let's say initially 100 ideas were there based on the challenge. Those are gathered in Orbit invention. It gives an automated patentability report that your idea is new or not. And of first instance, if a student or researcher is adding its idea without doing a patentability search, system tells you that, okay, it has been previously disclosed. Do you want to improve over it? And Indians are good in jugaad. They can find something new way out of it. And when you know initially without a person involvement waiting for 3-5 days for a patentability report in a same window itself, that these are the similar patents available, I will just jumble over it and propose a new idea. So you have 2 new ideas and your ranking goes up. That, okay, I submitted 2 ideas. These ideas are curated, and it saves time for an IP department to take a strategic decision. So if ideas are coming 100 and based on patentability automated reports, similar patent reports, some are projected and some are not submitted because it needs further improvements. Count can go down that, okay, 40 valuable ideas are given to IP team. They can take a decision on Orbit intelligence, whether it's novel or not novel. And later on, it is transferred to Inosabi Insight, means this technology, who is in the market looking for this. So if you are filing a patent, as soon as you file, it is communicated or a task is generated for TTO transfer person that this idea has been added. It is about to be getting filed, and you need to look for a potential partner. And the solution is available in Inosabi Insight, which helps you to get a potential partner as well. Means Eugene also previously talked about Orbit Intelligence. This is the main software which I wanted to discuss today and why it is required for everyone to do. One is data security. Your data is a priority to you. You should not post anything on technical details on blogs or somewhere. So those can be stolen, and not to search in Google patents or free patents online, because the keywords can be tracked very, very easily. In a high-level organization, it is altogether restricted that don't put anything there, unless until you have filed a patent. After filing a patent, do everything, whatever you want with that particular keyword. Orbit Intelligence is fairly secured, used more than 1 million users worldwide. And the basic reason why people use it is the same reason why you use Google. Whenever you do a particular keyword-based search, you want to know what is the best match. सबसे बढ़िया result कौन से पेज पे आएगा. Orbit Intelligence has a very nice algorithm to give you what you are looking for on first page. If you put a technology like DNA vector transfer, some XYZ receptor, it throws you 5,000 patents, but you can't read it. You don't have that much time. You have some deadlines as well. You have to analyze 40 patents, but you can't do it quickly. Orbit Express and Orbit Intelligence have an algorithm to give you the most matching patent record first page. So within 10 document, top 10 results, you know whether you are on a right track, not right track, and whether this problem has been previously solved or not. You save time, and time is money. This helps you to take care further. Everything like there can be export. Do I want to make an Excel sheet? Do I want to see translation? Patent is Chinese, Japanese, Korean, translated, available to English. All the things which are disclosed. As I said earlier, patent is a national property or national restricted property. Means India will have a separate publication, Japan will have a separate publication, same idea. These need to be grouped together. You don't want to see duplicates. In Google patents or any other free resources, those are duplicated in nature. Same patent comes multiple times. And even biotech domain, same sequence can come in multiple patents when you do NCBI searches based on that particular patent. So all of the inventions which comes here, so if a particular patent is important, it can be filed in 10, 20 countries. In free resources, it takes around 10 results I have to screen, and in Orbit Intelligence, you have to see only once a particular record to view it in a concise manner. We do cover most of the countries which are publishing patents, and those are translated in nature. It does have non-patent literature available to you, means if the content is published in patent or research article, PhD thesis, defensive publications, clinical trials, those are curated here. So in a single resource, you are covering your entire NCBI, you are covering entire cross-ref, you are covering all patent office. There is nothing which you have to look beyond. In a same page, you cover everything. And I don't have to go like SBI counter number 1, counter number 2, counter number 3. Don't minimize window, maximize window, and ultimately I get lost that what I was researching for. So in a nutshell, you get all the capabilities in a single tool. You want to do design search, do it here. You want to look for what is the new design for a headlight, find it here. You want to know what is this molecule, new marker structure is coming up, new patent filed by a pharmaceutical company, you can do it in same interface. Looking for protein sequence, looking in same interface. Looking for standard essential patent, looking in same interface. Looking for licensing deal which is happening, same interface. One login, take care of everything. This is also useful for you to know that there are a ton of contents. We can't cover everything in a single small talk, but it is very, very value added. Means that you get curated content. We have supports from our team, and we work tirelessly to give you quality data. There is a reason why more than 1 million users every year use it, and it goes on increasing because of data quality and because of the result output which is given to you, and collaboration. It's not related to only one person. A person can interact with the entire team. From the interface itself, you can talk to XYZ researcher that you have not done a proper search, put a commenting in nature and interact between each other that whether the research is going in right direction or not. These are called project voice folder, wherein project folder can be created and communicated between the team. Most important thing which I want to highlight is the second column bottom, which is called value matrices. Value matrices means the patent families which has been originated. We do addition there. We do ton of things beyond patent, whichever is published by patent office. They give just a PDF and some text. We do extraction from there, recognize the text, translate the text, and doing the translations of all of the content which is disclosed by various patent office. If the patent has a value, patent has a technological strength, and original in a particular industries, those you can quickly identify and create reports for your merger and acquisitions or selling it to any startup or selling it to any pharma firm as well. There are other things like companies name normalizations, which is if Apple is there, how many companies they have acquired, doing a portfolio search, which is more or less for business purpose, but those are also value addition from our end for patent data which we are giving. To save time, we do have various things. One of the things which I particularly like is I don't like reading 40 pages or 30 pages of a PDF. And I will really appreciate if someone gives me a summary out of it. And as a head of department or researcher, I have limited time. And we do give a summary of a patent family. No need to read 100 pages. If trailer is good, तभी movie देखूंगा मैं, पहले नहीं देखने वाला. So this is a trailer for a particular patent, which gives you object of invention, what is the novelty part, what problem they are solving. And if you are doing a search, and you want to know, okay, there is a seat belt problem in this particular electronic vehicle, and I want to make an IoT device. If the seat belt is not there in a passenger seat, car will not start. I have this idea. Who is solving this problem? You can search in this advantage and drawback field. We have more than 400 fields which you can choose from. And this is called problem solution approach. Problem solution, you put up a problem and there is an independent claim which is called a novelty part. You can put a solution, seat belt is there, IoT is there, and passenger seat is there. And get a curated content for you. And this can help you to screen very effectively and very quickly as well. There are things we talked about, this called corporate tree, put a company name, get all the merger and acquisitions, what they have partnered with, and then those you can search in our domain. If the patent ownership is in Chinese, so Chinese companies filing, those are translated into English. And we do have a team sitting there who does a translation for you and give you content. If you put English keyword, you do get Chinese patent as well, and Korean, Japanese, or any other language as well. For our researcher, if you want to have a bird eye view, we do give tag clouds, various charts, more than 60 type of charts you can generate from our system to deep dive into technology. Do you want to understand what is going on smart kitchen, drill down to that specific thing, find out what graphics are there, and those graphics can help you to make a quick decision, what should be my vision? And these are for visionary to understand the global picture, and based on that, make an insight that maybe this is the area wherein I need to invent. There is a white space there. And those white space challenges can be proposed in our orbit invention for everybody. So you know what is gap, and the gap is communicated to right audience, which is inventor, and they publish their idea. It's just a cycle which is directed towards problem solution approach. System is very, very refined. I don't want to bore you with the live things and which can take more time, but do want to show how it really looks like. It's very customizable. All the information you are looking for, you can view it in a single page itself. Who is the top inventor? Who is the top classifications? Translated content, top patent coming first, all the countries combined together. So if you see on the right-hand side, a patent invention is there. I clicked over it, where it is granted, where it is pending, all the countries, publication grouped together. In free resource, all of these documents you have to see separately. Here, everything in a one window. See it, who is the current owner. There are ownership changes and who is the current owner. And this is useful for a TTO person that, okay, I want to partner with it, but it was first sold to Facebook, then it sold to Microsoft, then it sold to Apple. Current ownership is with Apple, and I have to talk with Apple instead of First University. You can customize it further. I want to see images. I want to see claims. I want to see all the images. I don't like reading text. I am the visual guy. I just see whether the drawing is matching or not. Then I will take a quick decision whether it's relevant to me or not. So very straightforward, very customizable interface, which can help you to do your task very, very quickly. Saving time is a key. And time is money for you as well. Customization things are there, wherein on a single page you can say, I want image, I want country, I want classification, I want date. So those prioritization, what is important to you instead of minimizing, maximizing, or clicking on windows, need to be there, need not to be there. So depending on your situation or requirement, you can choose, do you are doing FTO, do you are doing patentability, or do you are doing tech transfer. So all of these customization is there. It's just like dough. Do you want to make a pizza? Do you want to make a cookie? Do you want to make a biscuit? So depending on your situation, same patent data can be represented in a multiple way. And solution is very customizable. There are also workflow-based solutions wherein you just want to be more refined. Those are customized solutions, which is for corporate, not for universities, because it's a complex workflow due to large volume of inventors, but those can be also done in our interface. It does have a heat map situations. You put for a keyword, how many times it is appearing, where it is appearing, which paragraph is important to me. I want to export that only. So those kind of images you can make quickly and do various activities associated with it. Another thing which is very important for you to look for citation in patent fields. I'm not sure if everyone is aware about it. In patent fields, once you publish a patent, someone else can say, this was previously disclosed by XYZ patent. So those are called citations. In journal field, it happens that the journal citations are there. In patents, patent citations are there. Orbit Intelligence has a family-based citations, wherein you do a family-based, it is more exhaustive. And you can find out if any competitor is, competitor is trying to, if any other university or if any MNC is interested in my patent. If they are citing me, I will be knowing about it and I can approach them that, okay, this patent you have cited, would you like to license it? I can give it to you. I can collaborate with you and I can generate revenue out of it, because patent is a funny business and it requires a lot of money. Till 10 years, it is fine, means it's very cheap. But after 10 years, you have to spend millions to make it revive. Every year you have to pay hafta to government. Okay, please maintain my patent. And it's called annuity fee. So this can be done. We do have various things like finding it out whether the patent is cited as a standard essential patent or am I blocking a standard essential patent. So those searches you can do and those content you can view from here. In Orbit Intelligence, we do have 3 modules. First module is called as essential module, means in this you can do patentability searches, FTO-based searches, clearance, invalidity searches, find out, create and export. It is more or less suitable when you are doing only some searches. If you want to go beyond, means you want to take help from our categorization mode, which is called as a concept-based categorization, means finding out what are the most important keyword there in our patent, and based on that, like wheel chart, which we have seen, a donut base, acha tha McDonald's ka Donald's. So you can create chart based on that in our advanced module, and it gives you certain more capability for sharing and creating advanced analytics by saving it and making more refined chart. And last one we have is called premium, which requires us to invest more and give you more data points to do a quality-based evaluation, like whether the patent is valuable, benchmarking together, finding out white spaces, creating landscape map. So ton of charts can be generated depending on the need. And if I foresee, means perceive that if you are limited to only patentability searches or finding out idea is new or not, basic module works. But if you are visionary and you want to find out white spaces, find out just like I want to do a TTO, what is the most valuable patent. So those kind of analysis are possible in a premium module, which you can choose and take usage of. It's not very, very important to give premium module to everyone. Only one person can have it. Other person can have some essential module because they do only patentability. Researcher is only interested in finding new patent weekly updated. So Express is okay. So it can be customized depending on the need or requirement. We should not give everything to everyone. Based on the role, it can be dedicated to a specific IP person or researcher, and you can effectively utilize your resources as well. We do have certain things like putting up examinations, that patent is getting examined in USPTO. Those documents are added here. Some deadlines when it is expiring, those kind of things are also available to you. We deliver value as a Questel, and I'm here to give you a success mantra. With these solutions, you can achieve a lot. I see much, much, much more potential in you. You have ton of IP potential. You have IP which can be monetized as well. And you have IP potential because of resource. You have, last I heard, means various countries, you have various universities. So if the centralization of all the ideas is there, you have everything in control. Your workforces should be in organized manner. If it is unorganized, you can't win a match. If you have seen soccer, if every player is working of its own, you are not going to win. It's a team game. IP is a team game, strategic game. So we are here to give you a worldwide information. approach, this is the way you can do, and we can also customize it. I'm pretty much sure that you can have more ideas for me by seeing these solutions which we have, and give me your suggestions that I'm looking for this vision and this customization is required. I want one more step there, and I'm there to listen. We have ton of support from our management to support you and give you a dedicated pathway to generate more success. Speed is one of the things, and time saving is the most amount of thing which I strive for. And practically, I have been user of Orbit Intelligence from last 15 years. And I got stuck with this particular tool, and I tried everything, whatever is available as an IP researcher, and this is the go-to tool. Means if someone asks me that, okay, can you do something this search? I know, even if I don't know the technology, I will find a quick patent in 10, 15 minutes and give it to them. And that's the time saving which we are doing for you. With this, I come to with you from questions. I'm really, really humbled that you have listened to me patiently. And please, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Let's give a big hand to Pushpak Singh for this very, very informative contents. He has shown all the potentials which are available in this system solution, one-point solution. How do you convert your ideas into an innovation? Let's clap for our students who have been very attentive, listening to every word of the speaker. Because you people, why are you here? The students, we want India to be a cradle of innovation. India, as founder president has been saying, that is emerging as a knowledge superpower. So for which you have to create new knowledge, secure the knowledge through IPR protection, and also disseminate that through your publications, and also the lectures, seminars, and also apply that to generate wealth to the country, and also solve problems of the society. That is why you are here. To a founder president took a lot of interest night. He worked up to 2 o'clock to see that who all should attend. You people jumped into action. Thank you very much, founder president, for bringing such a huge audience. Let's give a big clap to founder president. Louder.
Mr. Pushpak, very well done. Dr. Modi, really, they were good information. And I think once more a clap for Mr. Pushpak.
Pushpak.
Dhanyavad.
बहुत बढ़िया करा कमाल है.
I would request Dr. Smita, who is our expert, IP portfolio expert and the chief of our IPR cell, to make a few comments on this, how you feel that this, and then how we can also add value to this company through research, because we can also improve the strength of this. What they have developed is one-point solution using artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and also blockchain. All these have gone into the development of this. So that is why it's a very powerful tool which they have developed. But can we add value by becoming a partner, R&D partner? We have a strong IT department. We have a strong computer science department. We have a strong IP portfolio. So we can also give input. So, but then first is utilizing their capability and then also looking at partnership. Now, Smita.
Dr. Lamurthy, can you please ask Ms. Eugen how many minutes more they can stay? Because they told earlier to 10:30 only. How
10
much?
More minutes, sir. 10 more minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Dr. Lamurthy, after that, the Vice Chancellor of Birmingham University will just enter for a few minutes. I want to show him my brilliant student researchers. Yes, so, if possible, Gurinder Singh, bring them. After they are just leaving, and the Vice Chancellor will enter the hall for a few minutes.
We will welcome the Vice Chancellor also, sir.
Right. Okay, wonderful.
Vice Chancellor is Professor Tickle.
Yeah, Professor Adam Tickle.
And students stay back, and for a few minutes, we have a very distinguished visitors with whom University of Birmingham, we are building partnership, we are expanding the partnership, we already have an MOU, so you will also be joined by the Vice Chancellor.
Dr. Murthy, when next time Ms. Eugen comes, she should speak in French. My student, I think you can raise the hands. Which of my students sitting in front of here are learning French?
How many students know French language? Just raise your hand.
who's being taught French with me.
Very nice, very nice. So can you say a few words?
Et je suis ravie d'être là et de voir que certains étudiants parlent français. Bravo.
Great, great. My son, my chancellor speaks very well. Dr. Sim Chauhan speaks French very well.
Yeah,
Great.
I said that I was glad to be here and to see that some students were able to speak French.
Correct, correct, great. Thank you.
Eugene, we have a foreign languages is a mandatory. We have a basket of 15 foreign languages. Each student has to pick up one. So French is very important language for us.
So invite for the questions.
Is there any question, comment from? Yes. Just give the mic, please. Kamal Raval.
Good morning. Thank you for the informative talk.
Kamal Raval is a very distinguished professor in the Amity Institute of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. So let's welcome with a big applause our distinguished guest from University of Birmingham, the Vice Chancellor, and the whole senior professors, deans. Welcome. Let's give a big clap to the distinguished guests. May I request Professor Gurinder Singh to briefly introduce our distinguished guests. Over to you. Please.
Yeah, please have a seat.
Dr. Gurinder, 5 minutes, please.
Our very honored guests from the University of Birmingham. I think that we are very lucky that we are getting the blessings of our respected founder president. We had Professor Adam Tickle with us, Vice Chancellor of University of Birmingham, but he has just gone for meeting the Honorable Minister. So he's not here, but we have got with us Professor Mark Lee, a very senior professor in the area of artificial intelligence. Give a huge applause to him. Professor Alexandra, who is the Director of Global Engagement and with whom we work very closely. Give a huge applause. And Dr. Paul, who is the Director and Head of the Global Engagement of the Law School. Give a huge applause to all of them. As all of you know, that University of Birmingham is amongst the top universities of the world, Russell Group University. And we at Amity, we feel so lucky that we, as two top brands of the world, have come together to offer various programs, research collaborations under the visionary leadership of our founder, respected Dr. Shokhe Chauhan, about whom I spoke when I was there. And a large number of research scholars, deans, scientists are here in this auditorium. We just wanted to introduce this delegation and look forward to strengthen our relationship, strengthen our partnership for all times to come. We would request if the very able colleagues from Birmingham can say a few words.
Hello, good morning. First of all, thank you very much for such a very warm welcome. It's really wonderful to be here. I believe this is the fourth Amity campus I've visited. Every single campus I've been to, I've always been impressed by your scope, your vision, your ambition. It's really wonderful to be here. I look forward to talking to more faculty, but also I really look forward to talking to more of your wonderful students. Thank you.
Mr. Honorable Founder President to greet the guests and say a few words.
Oh, I'm very glad because if I remember correctly, with University of Birmingham, Dr. Gurinder Singh, when we were starting in the sector for 44, I think we had some very good visits from them. There were 2 Indian faculty members, directors. Do you remember? Was it, I think, University of Birmingham, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, Professor Upkar Pardesi, he was there.
Yes.
Upkar Pardesi was there.
Yes. Ask Abhay Bansal how many students he is going to send in next 3 years to University of Birmingham. My aim is 10,000 students in 5 years. How many you will be sending Abhay Bansal to University of Birmingham? Because I have a long-term association with them since 20 years.
Thank you, Founder President, sir. With the University of Birmingham, we have already discussed a dual degree program where a student of BTech will also get Amity program, Amity degree. from Birmingham. And sir, target which you have given for 10,000, we will do more than that in next 5 years.
To all my students sitting over here, researchers, going abroad, best of the East, best of the world will change your future, your career progression. Anybody who is studying with me, if he takes the opportunity to go abroad, you can write in a paper what you want, what you aspire, and I will guarantee you, you will get it. If I would have not gone West Germany that time, I may be today a professor or associate professor. So you can see the change you get it. Therefore, send some students to Birmingham also, Dr. Gurinder Singh. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Yes, of course. Thank you. So first of all, I just want to really thank you for this great hospitality. We really are enjoying our day today, and we're really looking forward to furthering our cooperation. I also want to thank Dr. Shukan for his kind words, and we're really hoping that we will establish and further our collaboration also between students from University of Birmingham and University of Amity, but equally between staff. We're also looking forward to furthering research collaboration between the two universities. And really, thank you very much for this hospitality, and really looking forward to spending more time with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if I can just echo the comments of my colleagues, it's a real pleasure to be here at Amity today. This is actually my second visit. The first visit was in July this year when it was much warmer for a British person. So it's fantastic to be back in this beautiful, sunny and slightly cooler day, and wonderful to see so many of you here. And I'm really looking forward to the discussions that we'll be moving on to, in my case with the law school, about collaborations in relation to education and research, and looking forward to see what opportunities can come out of all of this. So thank you for the very warm welcome, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much and for joining us, and we look forward to your partnership and come more often to our university. It's your university now, and we like to expand, deepen our relationship with the University of Birmingham. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure seeing you. Thank you. So since now the guests have to leave, they have to catch a flight at 1:30, and we will now no questions. We will, whatever questions you have, we can take one question. Yeah.
Okay, so we have been working to develop path-breaking technologies for lung cancer detection, where we have deployed our technologies for a hospital, and we are trying to extend it further. We are working in vaccine development for Indo-US collaborations. Now, taking these products further, we are establishing a national level AI facility for the life sciences and pharmaceutical industry. So I could see a good synergy that your platform, your product can be, put in that particular facility as a value add for the, customers or the clients or the users of those particular facility and all. So will it be possible for us to, develop such kind of a partnership or collaborations and also?
Is Raval speaking? Was it Raval?
Kamal Raval.
Kamal Raval, you are unbelievably innovative scientist. I want to make few companies for you because I have seen you, how brilliant you are in AI. So please go ahead, do it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your support.
Absolutely, it can be done. And we do support integrations of our data with any solution. So we do have APIs, we do have customized interfaces which can interface with your solutions. And this can be done. And we can, we are open to discuss.
So please get in touch with us. Now I would request Vice Chancellor to make a 1 minute concluding remarks and then what to go.
Dr. Lauti,
Yes,
Dr. Lauti, hello?
yes, sir.
For 30 seconds, that three person jump. Chakravarti, Neeraj Sharma and AK Singh, for 30 seconds they should jump on the mic. After Dr. Shukla, I will have one word with them. They should jump at the podium. Yeah, Dr. Shukla, please go ahead. Dr. Shukla, please go ahead.
Dr. AK Singh, just please quickly come.
Dr. Shukla, please go ahead.
This is a really wonderful presentation, very powerful software which can be used by the researchers, scientists to promote their further their research and especially the innovation and filing the patent and doing all kind of researchers. So I'm extremely thankful to the Questel team for visiting first that giving the award to Amity University. Our Honorable Founder President has right from the beginning focused on that every faculty, the student, researcher from focus on innovation. And that's how the Amity University, a university number one for filing the highest number of patents. So my all the students who are present here, researchers, scientists, I think that using the power of this kind of software can further lead to your mission of the filing the higher patents and focusing on the research and developing the products which can be commercialized and can be contribute to economic development as our honorable founder president has envisioned that to make India superpower through research and innovation. So thank you very much, team Question, and look forward working together.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. You left other
Last word is from you.
Yes, Professor Chakravarti, Dr. A.K. Singh, and Neeraj Sharma. Just one thing, that today's lecture was so important, so impressive, so useful. I think this will really multifold develop the capability and capacity of my scientists and researchers. From 10 research areas, take 2 brilliant scientists, they should sit together, and then I'll meet them in 2 weeks, what they can do with Questel. So that from all 10 areas, 2 scientists each, they should know more about Questel. They can also invite next time their worthy speakers one-to-one. And what my scientists can do with Questel. This should be the job of these 21, 20 people. And Dr. Chaudhary, am I clear, sir, with my request?
Yeah, I think...
Dr. Chakravarti.
Yeah, I think you are very right, sir. I think why we three are here, because we represent a vision of our Honorable Founder President. He fondly remembers it as a SNT war room. What we need to do. We were happy to see the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Birmingham University also joined us along with the Questel team. Amity is a university which generates knowledge. Now, protecting that knowledge is very important in today's world. And that's why the partnership with Questel. And fantastic presentation, Pushpak. I think you made our day today. we will be looking at you very seriously.
So on behalf of Founder President, let us present a memento to the guests. Please come.
Right, thank you. So I think we should now follow it with the outcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor. So thank you very much. Smita, without you, nothing goes. Without Smita, nothing goes.
So students, thank you so much for being so attentive. And let's give a big clap once again to our students, brilliant students. You people will make the future of the world. So we are preparing you with all the knowledge. Sitting here, you are imbibing actively, passively, all that being spoken. How important IP portfolio is, how do you generate, how do you become a multi-billionaire? So with all this thought will come. So that is why in spite of all the classes, we rescheduled the classes and brought you here because you are going to be immensely benefited. Your role is for 7 billion people, not just 1.4 billion people. That is why you have to be prepared very well, equipped with knowledge, skills, soft skills, sanskars, values. Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much.
I was continuously seeing the faces of my students, researchers, faculty members. I'm so proud that they are so aspirational because I told to Sodi, go on showing me the faces of my people. And it gave me immense pleasure to see that we are distinguished. Each student, each faculty, my researcher had some aspiration on their face. My blessings to all of them. My blessings to all of them.
Thank you, Founder President. Thank you so much for joining us and giving the rubreka and conducting the whole proceedings. Thank you so much.